In this video, I'm going to talk about how I made 64,000 euro in one single month. I'm also going to provide you with the full breakdown of the revenue. I'm also going to provide you with the amount of traffic I had in this month where I made this amount of money. And obviously, I'm also going to talk about how I did it. And I'm also going to tell you the reason as to why I sold this website shortly after I made this amount of money. But before I go into the breakdown of the exact numbers and how many players I sent and how many FTDs I sent to the casinos, I want to go through some of the history behind the websites that accumulated this amount of money, because there was actually not only one website, there was 3 websites that I was running at the same time when I made this amount of money. So if you're completely new to the channel, my name is Adam and I've been working with casino affiliate marketing for 8 years now. And I run this YouTube channel where I talk about cool things such as becoming rich with casino affiliate marketing for one. I'm really happy making this video actually, because a lot of people basically have requested a bit about me sharing some of my earnings, and I'm very transparent saying that I'm not a multi-millionaire doing this. I'm a guy that is doing this just because I think it's fun, and it's also pretty easy, not easy, but it's pretty hassle-free way to make not passive money, but it's a pretty chill career to have, because once you're up and running with websites, it's pretty low maintenance if you just want to keep it at a steady level, which I've been doing now for quite some time. So for someone that just want to be able to work basically whenever they want a bit, because you're not really tied to sitting in front of the computer all the time, and also being able to work from wherever you want, I think casino affiliate marketing is a really good niche to be inside of. Basically any type of marketing really, but SEO is such a powerful thing, because once you start ranking a website, you're basically, hopefully, going to keep your ranking position for as long as you are putting in some effort in basically, improving your website. So yeah, I'm going to go into my screen share and I'm going to, let's see, I opened a document, but I didn't fill anything yet. So I was thinking of giving you some details. So before I told you that it was 3 websites that made this revenue. One of the websites made up of like 80% of the revenue and the traffic. And this website, the big one, I think I made this money in the end of 2022. So I think it was maybe, let's say, 2.5 years old. And it was targeting many markets. It was targeting like Germany, UK, Spain, Italy, Canada. So it was targeting these, I think it's, 10 countries, 9 countries. Before, actually, it was also targeting Russia and Ukraine. But for pretty obvious reason, I removed these geos from the website. And the website was mostly targeting pretty big keywords, but it was in general sense targeting like new online casinos, free spins, no deposit bonus, and also no deposit. In essence, it was a pretty basic website in the sense that it was going after a lot of main keywords. Obviously, it didn't really rank that high for like the really big ones, but it actually did in some markets. The strongest market was by far Germany. It was strong in Ireland, and it was strong in Portugal, and I think in Netherlands. Was also pretty good, but Germany was by far the strongest country for this website. And the other 2 websites were targeting. One was targeting Brazil, and one was targeting Australia and New Zealand, I think. Yeah, it did. So, but it actually started ranking pretty well for a lot of random keywords like no wager, free spins. Also, I remember I had a pretty nice deal in, in Ireland, where I got actually CPL deals. So every time I send a registering player to this casino, I got, I think, like 10 euro or something, and I was sending a lot of registered players. I think for a long time, I was making a lot of money from one single casino in Ireland. So this website was in no way targeting anything specific. It was not a niche website. It was a pretty broad website that was targeting a lot of countries. And obviously it had a lot of pages as well. I think in my traffic breakdown later, I think it's around 160 URLs that were ranking, like money pages. So obviously it was a mess trying to, keep track of all of these markets, because every market had maybe like 10, 15 money pages or something like that, maybe even 20. And I had like content writers and translators for these countries. Some of the countries didn't really work at all. India, I remember, didn't do good at all. Argentina didn't do good at all. I think Poland didn't do that well either. So let's go into the earnings breakdown first. So here we have the result sheets. To the left column here, I decided to redact the affiliate programs and also the casinos that were listing, because for some reason, because I don't want it to come back and bite me in the ass in some way. So the first column here is registered players. It's in the total month of December 2022. I don't know why it doesn't say that, but it's 2022. December is usually one of the strongest months of the year, so I wasn't surprised that December was the strongest month. I think this month was like my craziest month, like 64k euro. My second month was, I think, around maybe 35 or something, so it was actually a pretty crazy month for some reason. That's why I wanted to share it. But yeah, going back to here, you see that it has 2.6k registered players and around 900 depositing players. So you see that the conversion rate is kind of low. It's obviously not 50%, maybe it's 30%. And the reason for this being that I was promoting a lot of like no deposit bonuses. And it kind of worked, because a lot of these FTDs is not only coming from the website, it was also actually coming from like mailing lists that I kind of retarget people. So I basically used a lead magnet telling people that if you sign up to this email letter, or if you put in your email, you're going to get a no deposit bonus. And a lot of people actually signed up. I think I showed inside of my community how I set this up with Listagram. So it was a really good technique, actually. I'm going to start using that way more again, because I think collecting email addresses is a really powerful thing. So here we have the revenue. I got revenue in different currencies, mostly Euro and USD. So here's the revenue, and here I used like a conversion here of 0.96. I don't know what it is today, but in 2022 it was this. But the listings here are all in Euro. So this is the revenue, and this is the paid listing. I think like these ones, the lower ones, are listing fees. So they had to pay 200, 300, 200, or only to get listed for that month. So I think not all of them, but most of them paid like 200 euro, around that, only to get listed on the website. And then obviously I had some flat fees, people that were paying for the top positions like this. So obviously that also adds into the total. And here is the revenue in euro. And here's the total. So total 64,065 euro. And obviously this is not a profit, this is just the revenue, but I cannot really remember that the costs were that high. I think I rarely spend more than 5k in a month. Maybe if I'm like opening up a new market and I'm buying a lot of content that month, maybe I spend a bit more. But more than 5k, I think is very rare for me. So the burn rate here is like, I don't really know, pretty low, like 10%. Speaking of the brands, here I had like the links to the different affiliate portals, so I could go and log in and check the stats. And here is like the different brands. So obviously one casino can have multiple like brands. One affiliate partner can have multiple brands. So let's see, for the bigger ones, let's say we can find one, like for example, this one that I made 16k. They probably had like 5 or 7 or 10 brands, something like that. So it was not only one casino. And you can see here also the one with even numbers, for example, this one, and this one, and this one. These were pure CPA deals. So here I got basically an acquisition deal for every depositing players. You can pretty quickly calculate that I got $200 CPA per depositing player here. And we can also see that some of these have really low conversion rates. Let's see if I can find one with really bad. For example, this one. It has under 25%. I think I even had, this one had like around 10% of conversion rate, which is really bad. This one is also pretty bad. But then again, and also I don't really know what happened here, because I guess I had a revenue share deal. So really bad. I probably would have taken them out from the list the month after if I saw this. And maybe I probably did, don't remember. But yeah, this was just basically the revenue breakdown. This is a pretty convenient way to do it. I basically just copy this every month and remove the data like here. And if I need to add a new brand, I do that. Obviously, some of them I made no money. I have another one here that I probably unlisted or something. So let's go into the traffic report as well, because I think that is also pretty interesting to see. So here is the traffic report. Same thing here. Here are the URLs of the pages that got the traffic. I also redacted them because To be honest, I don't really know why I did it, but then again, maybe I will come up with a reason later as to why I should have done it. So that's why I did it. It basically just like includes all of the keywords, the URLs that I was using for the different pages. And it's pretty interesting. Obviously, I did the same thing here. I took all of the URLs and I just extracted the data, the total visitors, organic visitors, and page views. Total visitors is every visitor that is coming to the page from, it could be anything, it could be mailing lists, it could be Google, it could be anything. Organic visitors are the visitors coming from Google, the ones that show up in Google Search Console. Here at this time, I was using Plausible, so I could get this data pretty easily. And here are page views. Basically, page views is the amount of pages that a visitor to. So let's say that someone came here and they were on another page, they went to this page, for example. So that's why it shows a higher number. Page views can never show a lower number than visitors, because that wouldn't make sense. Every visitor that comes to the website visits at least one page. So you can see that the top pages here are accounting for most of the traffic. Organic traffic for this month was around 34K. So let's say there was a bit over 1K visitors a day, organic visitors. And this page was like making up for 10%. And by doing some quick math, I think that these 4 pages were like about 25% of the traffic for the website. So that's pretty much how it works. I'm basically just like shooting with a shotgun, adding a lot of pages. Some of them don't get any traffic. I think even I have pages that I didn't even include that had 0 traffic. Probably maybe like, it could be as much as this many, pages that I didn't even include in the list. So this is basically how it works. I'm creating a lot of pages. I see one page that is starting to work. So I started to send like backlinks to this specific page. So yeah, it's a pretty nice system here. I can rearrange it. I'm not really technical in this stuff, but this one was good enough. Yeah, actually, I did this calculation before I started the video because I wanted to rehearse it in a sense. But I want to let you guys know the reason why I sold this website, or I started selling it in January. And the reason for this is because, for one, I wanted to secure the risk of selling the website. I wanted to secure the funds, basically. And also because now I could keep this month in my average of 12 months when I was selling the website. So let's do some quick calculation here. Let's say that this website was making 20K a month, like this, for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10, 11. So for 12 months, it made 2K a month. And if we want to get the average of this, I think we can do like this. Oops. So the average of this is 24K. This website generated. And let's say that this month, for example, it was made 60K. Just to make the numbers round and easy. So the total amount went up to 280K. So how you calculate selling a website is that you take the average of the last 12 months or 6 months. Yeah, it could be like different. And you multiply it with a multiple that could be between 20 and 30 months. So we take 280K and we divide it by 12. And then we multiply it with a multiple. Let's use 20 just to make it easy, but we can also use 25 or 30. Usually it's around that range. So let's use 25 to make it easy. So now we could sell this website for 580K if you wanted to, because that is the formula basically to calculate this. So yeah, I basically decided that the December before this one was way lower than this one. So that's why I wanted to include this month in the multiple. And I basically just decided I wanted to sell it and just get the money. And after I sold that website, I kept working on other websites. I created a new website. And that has basically been my process. I'm going to create a separate video on how I sold my 3 biggest casino affiliate websites as well, because people have been kind of requesting it. And I really like that. People are very free to request videos. That is really fun for me. And I don't really have to think too much on what I should make on the YouTube channel. I actually want to share or promote something first. I had an interview with one of my students, Johan. And I'm actually really happy on how this interview turned out. And this is a very raw, like kind of just conversation that me and Johan is having about, the industry and how much you can make. And Johan is also sharing his success in casino affiliate marketing. So if you haven't checked out this video, I really recommend having a look at this one. You don't even have to look at it. You can just like put it in your headphones and just put it in the pocket. If you have YouTube Premium, you can just close the app and stuff like that. So this video is really nice. Obviously, also, if you want casino affiliate marketing, you can join my community if you want. It's completely, optional. I also have a lot of content on my YouTube channel. But here I have a full course. if you want to learn, like if you really want to deep dive and you want to do it more step by step, this course is full of videos. That is great. Hopefully this video encouraged you a bit, and if you have any questions, obviously, feel free to ask me. And you can also book a free one-on-one call with me if you want, in the link in the description and also in the first pinned comment. And we can just have a chat if you have any questions. That would be great. All right, have an amazing day. Bye-bye.